Hey everybody, it's Ryan here from Music City, Canada. I'm here at our headquarters in London, Ontario, Canada, and I wanted to give you a bit of a tour and history of what my family has built over the last 40 years. So let's go inside and check it out. And this is where all the magic happens. So, welcome to our showroom. Welcome to London Percussion. London Percussion is one of our newest areas of the business. This area of London Percussion wasn't always London Percussion. This area was actually built back in 1997 as our production warehouse. Our production warehouse facilities are now off-site, but this area we've converted about 3.5 years ago into a showroom facility for both London Percussion and for PA Shop products. We have all of the other products over here, cables, mixers, microphones. We have a nice stage area. So this particular room in the building was built in 1997 by my father. I was a part of that project along with a number of other people. And we physically built this part of the building with our own two hands. Everything except the concrete we did ourselves. We framed the walls, we put in the ceiling trusses, the whole thing, sheeted all the drywall. So very hands-on approach from our family to build this part of our facility. For us, London Percussion, being about 1.5 years old now, is a great part of our business. We wanted to round out our Music City brand in having not only guitars and bass products, which we've had for now the last over 3 years, but we wanted to represent all of the areas of musical instruments. So we have drums, hand percussion, all kinds of drum accessories for touring acts right down to the average user. So for us, Music City Canada represents all genres of music, all types of musical instruments, and London Percussion is a big part of that. We have all of the major brands, including DW Drums, Pearl, Alesis, Yamaha, Sonar, and many, many more. And we can get into that on musiccitycanada.com. Please check out our London Percussion page, and you'll see more about that. In this particular area over here, once again, we have all of our cable products. We have all of our accessories, our mixers, our microphones. It's what we're known for the last 40 years is pro audio, video, lighting, recording equipment. So this is what this is all about. Come on this way and check out our recording room. Welcome to recording. We have a unique thing here in London, Ontario, where we have over 200 audio recording engineers a year that come out of schools here in London. So we felt it necessary to create a room just for them and just for the people that want to create all kinds of amazing audio and video content. So this is our recording room here at Music City, Canada, and it features all kinds of amazing products from headphones to keyboards to controllers to interfaces, studio monitors, and much, much more. So if you ever get a chance to come on down to Music City, Canada, make sure you come and hang out, check out this room, talk with Matt, talk with Steve, and make sure you get the full feel of the recording room here at Music City, Canada. Come on, let's go check out the area down here. We have our Pro Audio DJ room. Welcome to the Pro Audio and DJ area of Music City, Canada. So in this particular room, once again, it goes back to what this area was originally. In this part of the building was built in 1984. In 1984, this part of the building was our rental shop. So it's been many, many things over the years. This room has been a wood shop. This room has been a paint shop. This room has been one of the original sales showrooms here. And it's transformed many, many times over the last number of years since 1984 when the building was built. Now it currently is where we house all of our DJ products, all of our DJ accessories, our speakers, our lighting, all of the products that our DJ, musician, venue, bar, PA customers are looking for. And so if you have a chance to come down and visit our guy Steve or Matt and check out all the amazing pro audio recording DJ products, this is another room you're definitely not going to want to miss. You're definitely going to want to check out. This room as well was actually where London Percussion started. So we started London Percussion in this room, hence the brown floor. And so this is where London Percussion started, and it grew so great over the last 1.5 years that we gave it more space in our main showroom. So let's go check out our rental department. And this is Darcy. Hi, Darcy.
Hi.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
This is Darcy, everybody. Darcy's been in the industry here in London, Ontario, as both a musician and as a member of our team for many, many years. We're very glad to have him. Darcy is mainly in charge of our rental department here at Music City, Canada and PA Shop. So if you need any rentals or any needs whatsoever, you can always feel free to give Darcy a shout. Come on in. So this is, again, another section that was originally a rental shop back in the 80s. It was, again, many things over the years. It was a wood shop. It was an assembly area for some of our speaker cabinets that we used to manufacture, all kinds of different things over the years. It is currently our rental department. It is at the front of our building, so it's very easy for customers to access the front of the building to get in and out in terms of parking. But this is where we have all of our what we call small rental equipment. So for people who are looking to do smaller to medium-sized events, rent things over the counter, this is where you would come to do that. And if you were looking to do a larger, medium to larger event, we would have that equipment prepped and come out of a different facility. But this is our rental department here at PA Shop in Music City, Canada. And we're going to go check out the studio. Welcome to Charterhouse Studios. Charterhouse Studios is a hidden gem here at Music City, Canada, and it's something that when we launched Music City, Canada, we wanted to make sure we represented on the website. Charterhouse Studios has an amazing musical history here in London that transcends the brand Charterhouse Studios. The studio itself, originally in this building, as you can see around me here, we have some concrete cinder block walls. This building was built originally as a manufacturing facility. And in 1990, this space was actually previous to 1990, this space was actually a machine shop, a punch press room that was manufacturing for our lighting control equipment company at the time. So this particular room in 1990, 1991 was converted into a recording studio by London's own Juno winning and Grammy nominated Dan Broadbeck. Him and his father Rick and his friend Trevor Morris built this studio, and it was originally called DB Studios, or Dan Broadbeck Studios. DB Studios was built back in 1990, 1991, and Dan ran the studio with all kinds of amazing people that came in to record here from then until the early 2000s. In the early 2000s, our family took over the studio, and it's been through a couple of name changes and a couple of revisions in terms of things since then. But this studio now, as it's called, Charterhouse Studios, is run by the amazing award-winning producer engineer Aaron Murray, as well as overseen by myself, and we make a lot of amazing, incredible creative projects in here, both for audio and video. Here we feature our signature wall. Our signature wall is something that we added just over a year ago. We've had some amazing names come through here over the last little while. We're very blessed to have had them here in our studio. We have Loud Luxury, which is the 2019 Juno dance category winner. This past year they received their Juno here in London. We also have Corey Hart, who was here around that time during the Junos to record a single for his Japanese release of his new album. So all kinds of amazing projects that we've done. Come on inside, let me show you more. And this is the control room. Welcome to the control room, everybody. Just outside we have a couple lounge area and all that smart stuff, but this is where all the magic happens. The control room, as it sits, is a floating room, doesn't touch any of the walls or the floor. The original design of the room, once again, came from Dan and Trevor and Rick, and we didn't change the design, but we've changed a lot of the surfaces, so new floor, new acoustic treatment, all kind, new ceiling. There's been about 3 renditions of the desk that we've gone through. So we've made a lot of changes over the years to make sure we keep up to date with all the latest technology and the latest look and feel that people want out of a professional recording studio. We have an amazing rig here that Aaron runs. Most of the gear in the studio is all brands that we sell at Music City, Canada. So if you ever have any questions or you have any troubleshooting of any kind, Aaron is always around as a resource as well. Here at Music City, Canada, you can reach out to him. He's an amazing producer and engineer, and he's done a lot of projects in here. Come on and let's go check out the main floor. One thing that I would like to note while I stand here is that there's these really interestingly wide sections in here, and what this is actually a place where you can pull this out. You can actually walk around the walls of the studio. So this is a very uniquely shaped, built studio spot where there's all kinds of really niche, cool things like that. Come on in. Welcome. This is our main recording floor and all of our isolation rooms. So all of our isolation rooms are uniquely tuned for various aspects. We have ones tuned for guitar amps bass heads, vocals, drums, all of these types of things. They're tuned for different aspects. So we can do what's called a Nashville style setup, where you can have everyone in the band all playing at the same time and all recording at the same time. We've left a little bit of space under the doors to be able to run the cables through, so you can have a vocalist in this room, you can have guitars in this room, you can have bass in this room, and drums, as you can see in the corner. That being said, the main floor is an amazing place to not only have the guitar players, the bass players, and everyone, but to also do vocals. We do in the round vocals in here, and corporate presentations, all kinds of different stuff that we do. The room as it stands, again, has been changed by us over the years. The original room, once again, was built back in the 90s. We added much of what you see here in terms of the isolation rooms. At the time, there was only one small room in the corner. The color scheme was very different. The color scheme was blue, was gray, was black. It was very alternative rock 90s feel. We've changed the color, obviously. It's very Mexican feeling. I believe, as the story goes, my father went on a Mexican vacation to Cozumel, Mexico, as you can see from our wall decor here. He went to Cozumel, Mexico, and upon returning from Mexico, he did the reno in this room, and that's why it gives it that sort of nice southern Mexican feel. It's very vibrant, and we love it here, and a lot of the people that come in here really love it too. So whenever you're in, whether you're a customer of London Guitars, London Percussion, or PA Shop, this place is open for you to tour. Please come in and ask any one of our staff for a tour of Music City Canada's Charterhouse Studios. We love showing this off. Let's go check out London Guitars. We're taking you behind the scenes now. Behind the scenes is always the best. So this is Bungies Bench. Bungies Bench is an interesting thing. We created an area for Bungie to be able to work. Who's Bungie, you ask? Well, Bungie has a full bio on musiccitycanada.com that you can absolutely check out. But Bungie is an amazing asset here at Music City Canada. He has spent his whole life touring with some of the most amazing musicians and working as their guitar tech. So artists from Jeff Healey to Lou Reed to the Bare Naked Ladies and so many more, including Gord Downie from the Tragically Hip in all of his final shows. So Bungie is an amazing guitar tech, an amazing person to come in and talk to, ask questions to, but also he has a lot of stories and a lot of road stories and things that I'm sure if you ask him, he'd love to talk to you about. This is Bungie's Bench. This is where Bungie sets up all of the guitars for not only for London Guitars' inventory, but for all of our customers. So how cool is it that in a place like London, Ontario, Canada, you can have the guitar tech that did all of Jeff Healey's guitars setting up your guitars and putting on your strings. This is a very cool thing. So we made a very unique area for Bungie to be able to do what he does, and he does an amazing job at it. So come and check out Bungie and his bench, because he can help you make your guitar sound amazing. We have our behind the scenes of Music City Canada. We have our marketing team area. And London Guitars. Welcome to London Guitars, everybody. London Guitars launched in September of 2016, and it was an idea that was created by Bungie, who I mentioned earlier, Boris, and myself. The concept of London Guitars was to create a local, family-run feel place, very much like a Cheers, where everybody knows your name and you're welcomed. So welcome to London Guitars. London Guitars now, in about its third and a half year, we've managed to grow out our inventory like no other store in all of Ontario, as we've been told. It is a very unique inventory. It is an inventory of a mix of mid to very high-end products, a lot of vintage, a lot of used, all set up again by Bungie. So it's a very unique experience. You have all kinds of different guitars, different basses, pedals, amps from all kinds of manufacturers, both new, used, and vintage. In the way of new, we are one of the newer Fender dealers in Canada, which we're very proud of. We're very proud to have partnered with Fender and many of the other brands like Vox, Orange, Ibanez, all of the various brands, and with so many pedals. We have the most amazing selection of pedals. We have obviously things like Head Rush. We have all the different pedals, Walrus. We have a nice Walrus display there, all the new Fender pedals. But I do want to mention that we have a really great relationship with the guys at Electro-Harmonix. We pride ourselves on stocking the majority of the Electro-Harmonix pedals. So I encourage you to check out Electro-Harmonix on musiccitycanada.com, and you can definitely see that we have a dramatic amount of their pedals in stock. Owen and his dad Mike do an incredible job of making some of the most amazing pedals, all made in America, and they deserve to have you check them out on our site. What I'd like to do is I'd like to take you into this room. This room here that we're about to go into is what we call our Artist Lounge. And the Artist Lounge was designed as a soundproof area where amazing guitar players coming into town, or even local people who want to try out amps, heads and combos, can crank it up and blast out without worrying about harming anyone else in the area. Because as you can see from coming in here with me, we have some really amazing pieces in here stacked to the roof with amplifiers and heads. But we have some really unique choice pieces. Things like custom built handmade cabinets that customers have recently been asking for, all the way through to brand new Marshall products, to classic JCM 800 lead heads, all the way to special edition, again 1970s Marshall stack. And we have several key pieces here as well. We have a Jubilee, right? And we also have this piece here, our JTM 45, which is the pride of all of our classic vintage heads here at London Guitars and Music City Canada. This is our JTM 45. You can see all of the pictures listed on our website of this and many more products here. And that is one thing I would like to note, is that all of the pictures that you see of all of the used and vintage products, not just the guitars, but all the pedals, right down to even the simplest used Boss pedals, inexpensive Boss pedals, 100% of those pictures are taken in-house. Those are real pictures of all of the vintage and used equipment that we have here. So you can make sure to purchase from anywhere across Canada and the world, knowing exactly what you're seeing is exactly what you're going to get. All the dents, the scratches, the nicks, all the things that make these vintage and used pieces unique to you, you can know exactly what those are in advance of getting those products from London Guitars and Music City Canada, simply by logging on musiccitycanada.com and checking out all those amazing photos that we take the time to take for you. Now let's go and check out the original area of London Guitars, which is right up here. Now we're going from the 1984 building back to the 1997 building. Let's go. Welcome to the original section of London Guitars. This section originally, this mezzanine, was built in 1999 as a service department for our production department. So our production department does lots of concerts and events and festivals and corporate events all over Ontario. And they required a service repair department. So this mezzanine was originally designed and built as a service repair department. In 2016, throughout that year, we built the original London Guitars. The original London Guitars was just this mezzanine. And so now we've built it out into the Electric Lounge and the Artist Lounge and the things that I've showed you. But I'd like to take you into the barn, which is another gem here at Music City Canada, another place that people spend a lot of time when they come here. I'd like to take you into the barn and show you some of the cool products that we have. Come on in. So, welcome to the barn. The barn, of course, being its name, stems from the obvious fact that it's made of barnboard, but it also has a very unique smell, as do most humidified rooms at most places. However, this humidified room called the barn is very unique in that it not only has brand new product, but it has a unique mix of vintage product. So we have guitars starting from 1940 all the way up to now, and in a price range that ranges from $199 with a case all the way up to as much as $10,000 and $12,000 and $15,000. So we have a very unique range of guitars here. Now, we do have a vault of specialty guitars that, if you ask nicely, Bungie and Boris will bring those out for you, because there's only so many we can fit in our barn and in our facility. So if there's a unique guitar that you're looking for from any specific era, please let us know. We would love to help you find the guitar of choice. And who knows, it might already be here back in our vault. So check this out. We have all kinds of different guitars, from Washburn to Alvarez. We have Ibanez, D'Angelico, which we're very proud to be a dealer and a partner with D'Angelico. We have various Fender, Yamaha, all kinds of things, but very uniquely, currently the oldest guitar in here is this Rickenbacker, which is from 1946. We do have a couple of early 40s pieces. That is one of them. That is one of the earlier pieces that we brought into London Guitars. It's a very unique piece, but we have all kinds of custom handmade local guitars as well. So we also pride ourselves on supporting local and local builders. We have a bunch of builders here in the area in Southern Ontario that have been looking for a place to sell their guitars. So we're showing them some love by allowing them to have their guitars here at London Guitars in Music City, Canada. So check those guitars out as well online. Come on in store and play them. These are unique handcrafted pieces from various builders in the area that have brought their pieces here. These pieces have been set up by Bungie. Once again, nothing enters this room, even used simple guitars. When they come to London Guitars in Music City, Canada, Bungie and Boris and Stan will not let these guitars come on the floor until Bungie has them tuned and ready to go. This is a very unique thing. This means that if you trade in your guitar today and Bungie's on the road with the Bare Naked Ladies for a couple of months, we don't put that piece on the floor until that's set up and ready to go. That's our commitment to you as our customer, to make sure that we have nothing but the finest technicians doing the finest work to these pieces before that you take them on. So let's take a walk this way. We're going to show you the rest of the London Guitars. Once again, we're very proud to have a partnership with Fender, so we have all kinds of Fender brand parts, genuine Fender brand parts, but not only Fender brand parts, we have parts from all types of different guitars and all of the different things that you're going to need. And we have what we call the parts wall. So we have a parts wall that runs the entire length of this part of the store. And it's a very, very unique part of our store. We have people that drive from all over Ontario to pick up guitar parts from us because we pride ourselves on trying to have all of the various pieces that you need to do your mods, fix your guitars, and so on. And if you need help with any of those things, once again, Bungies Bench. Bungie's here, and actually, Bungie's here today. Let's go this way. Once in a while in the afternoons, you'll either have Boris or Bungie or one of the guys hanging around. Stan's typically here in the mornings. It just so happens Bungie's here today. It just so happens. One of the things that Bungie actually brought to us at London Guitars was a unique relationship that the Bare Naked Ladies have with DR Strings. DR Strings, we're very proud to have DR Strings here in our store. We have a great selection of DR Strings. They're a really great partner of ours. We obviously carry a full selection of strings from Diodario, from Ernie Ball, Elixir, and many, many more. So we have a full selection of strings. If you're local to the area, we also offer same-day free delivery right down to packs of strings. So make sure you check that out when you're checking out online on musiccitycanada.com. Make sure you check out the same-day in-town delivery in London, Ontario only. So anybody outside London, don't try, because we're not going to Kitchener tonight. However, who knows, in the future we may expand that, but if you're in London and you're one of our local customers, please make sure to check out same-day delivery, especially if you're a musician or a DJ or an artist of any kind, a creator, and you need stuff today, we can get it to you. So once again, this was our mezzanine from our service department, from the PA shop, from our production department, turned into London Guitars in 2016. So we have all kinds of things in stock now in here, including bass strings, including straps, all types of different things. But check this out. This is our Electro-Harmonics main showcase. We do have a number of these showcases around the store for Electro-Harmonics, but this is one of them. And this really gives you a good example of what I was talking about earlier in terms of our commitment to Owen and his dad Mike, because we feel so passionate about Electro-Harmonics and their products, as do many people around Canada that we've sold their products to, that we made a commitment to stocking a lot of their product. So please get on musiccitycanada.com and log in as a member. You get member pricing. Just by logging in, you get member pricing on all of these amazing pedals. Don't pay regular price anywhere else. Log in as a member on musiccitycanada.com and make sure that you get your special price on your special pedal from Electro-Harmonics and many other people. Come on down this way. Let's go down this way. There's one more thing I would like to show you. Bear with me. So check this out. When I built this particular area, come on this way. When I built this particular area, this was, once again, it was a backstage area. It was a production warehouse is what this was. So when I built this area, we thought, well, where are we going to put London Guitars? Where's it going to be in the store? And we thought, you know what? The mezzanine is a great place. But How are we going to get there? Well, there's this set of stairs that we just came down. So, come this way. What I decided to do was to create what I like to call the Stairway to Heaven. This is the Stairway to Heaven. Yes, London Guitars has a Stairway to Heaven. And yes, London Guitars is the guitar heaven of Southern Ontario. Along the way, I've also put these really unique sayings from various people who've passed over the years. Johnny Cash, Frank Zappa, Jimi Hendrix, Chuck Berry, Ray Charles, just to name a few. And it's because I wanted to honor some of these people who have created a legacy for all of the guitar players and all the musicians and everyone around the world with sharing their music with all of us. As many people who know me know, I feel very strongly about the fact that music is one of the only universal languages we have in the entire world. And it's very important to our society globally to create amazing, positive, moving music. So thank you to not only all of these amazing artists who've helped me create our Stairway to Heaven here at London Guitars in Music City, Canada, but all of you and everyone around the world who calls himself a creator and an artist. This is your home. Please come and visit me, visit Bungie, Boris, Matt, Steve, and all of the people here at Music City, Canada. We want to meet you, we want to shake your hand, and we want to thank you for being a part of our industry and our family. Thank you for coming on this tour with me. We'll see you again soon.